Westminster.
Hey, Westminster. So we're so excited to be a part of your missions conference in this way. And the question that was posed to us is, how do we balance the demands of ministry while having a family? We have 3 children. We have Elin, who's 3.5, Atticus, who's 2, and Denton, our newborn, is almost 3 months old.
Yeah.
So we think that the way that we balance ministry and family life, it largely comes from our philosophy that they aren't compartmentalized at all. They are one and the same. And so we really see this as kind of a hierarchy that our lives funnel by starting with God, down into our marriage, then into our children and our family, and then out into our ministry. And we feel like if those get out of order at all, then we aren't going to be successful ministers of the gospel. So just like if we tried to put any of those things before God, it wouldn't be good. Hold on, baby, 1 second, okay? And if we tried to put our children above our marriage, then our marriage is going to, implode, and then that's not good for our kids. And if we try to put ministry above our children, then not only will our children not see real grace in the gospel the way that we're wanting to minister to them, but then also we're not going to be able to be successful ministers as we try to live life on life discipleship with others.
Yeah, and discipleship is really what it boils down to, because the Great Commission isn't just about, saying the name of Jesus Christ and just basically sharing the gospel. It's living life with people and making disciples. That's the Great Commission, to make disciples. And I think sometimes people forget that your kids are in need of discipling as well, and the Great Commission applies to them. And so for us, when we have a philosophy of having our family above work and ministry outside of our walls, then we're trying to disciple our own children. A great example of that is we're currently helping a woman in our community right now, and she comes into our home at least once a week. And sometimes we work with her, Catalina and I, by ourselves, but a lot of times we have our kids with us as we share Bible stories with her, or as we talk with her, as we deal through mercy and grace, and as we talk about her after she leaves. We're hoping that we're modeling mercy and grace to our kids, because they need to see the gospel as well.
Animals.
You got your animals.
Can I play with your hair?
Sure, you can play with my hair. So some other examples of that is that we just like to live our life and have family devotions at mealtime. And so when we do that, we're discipling our children through a family devotion, and then we're able to invite other people to be a part of our family time through meals and hospitality. And so they're able to be a part of that. Another fundamental way that we have tried to balance those two things is by recognizing that I may need to be at home. I may need to be at home a little bit more while Derek goes out into the community a bit more, so that I can maintain a balance at home, so that our kids are doing well, so that we can minister in a better way outside of the community, or into the community.
I'm sure you can tell just by watching our kids in the background that kids certainly do make certain things more difficult when it comes to ministry and living life. But at the same time, kids are just extremely helpful in moving out into the community as well, and moving out into ministry. They've helped us extremely well with our neighbors, especially our older neighbors, who just here the Romanians seem to love children, and we've really made a lot of connections with people that way. They've also helped us as we work with mercy needs. They just help to soften hearts, and as we have people into our home, they really just help to kind of break down walls and make good introductions. And then as we've been able to put our kids in school, it's been awesome for them to get to know friends and to become social and learn the language. But it's also been helpful for us as we've been able to meet some parents and have them into our home as well. Yeah, so hopefully we kind of scratched the surface of the question that you guys were trying to ask. If you have any questions for us as individuals or as a church, we'd love to share more with you. We've got lots of different means to do that. And we just appreciate you so much and your encouragement and support. So thank you, and see you later, Westminster.
Thank you.
Thank you to your